Hello, welcome to this Check and Connect overview. We appreciate you taking your time to learn more about Check and Connect and consider how it might support students within your district and schools. I'm Beth Rice, and I'm a practices lead with the Integrated Academic and Behavior Systems Division at the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. This opportunity would not have been possible without the insight and encouragement from our secondary MTSS community of practice. Thank you to this community. We will walk through an introduction and Check and Connect implementation in North Carolina, an overview, implementation considerations, and your next steps. North Carolina is using implementation science to implement and scale up Check and Connect within our North Carolina MTSS framework. Also, Check and Connect has been and will continue to be available to you through communities and schools. Initially, our work with Check and Connect has focused on and will continue to focus on secondary schools or students in 6th through 12th grades. Funding has been provided through a secondary grant with the Oak Foundation, and so we are also very grateful for this partnership and work. We are engaging in this work in partnership with the Exceptional Children's Division and in collaboration with 11 local education agencies. Through these partnerships, we started an initial cohort. This cohort includes 30 trainers at both the state and district level. Our trainers will be able to offer Check and Connect training within North Carolina at no cost to ready districts. Check and Connect is a structured mentoring intervention. It promotes student engagement both at school and with learning. And our focus is on school completion. Within an MTSS framework, the majority of resources are allocated to core support. Resources include things like time, staff, and funding. Check and Connect fits within the intervention system, which includes supplemental and intensive supports. Within the intervention system, we trained you in 3 buckets of behavior, social, emotional, and attendance intervention. They are check-in, check-out, small social skill groups, and mentoring. Check and Connect fits within the mentoring intervention bucket. Check and Connect is often confused with check-in, check-out. This is likely because the word check is in both intervention options. You can see key differences between check-in, check-out, and Check and Connect. What Works Clearinghouse is funded by the U.S. Department of Education and vets educational research on a multitude of topics. What Works Clearinghouse reviewed dropout prevention research in 2006 and 2015. In both years, Check and Connect was the only intervention that showed positive effects for staying in school. Check and Connect has 4 core components of implementation. Mentors are trained staff who work with students and their families. A systematic check of student data. Regularly scheduled times for mentors to connect, and a culture that supports the engagement of families as partners in problem solving. To illustrate a mentor's role and weekly task, we wanted to share this graphic. A mentor works with students and families for 2 years, spending about 1 hour per week for each student. This 1 hour per week includes reviewing student data, connecting with the student, and communicating with the student's teachers and parents. The check component of the intervention is weekly looking at the student's academic, behavior, and attendance data. Here you can see a picture of the monitoring form. The Connect portion of Check and Connect is a meeting between the mentor and the student. In this meeting, the mentor shares check data, provides feedback, discusses school, and facilitates problem solving with, not for, the student. Family engagement. In this fourth core component of Check and Connect, the mentor enhances homeschool communication, works in partnership with the family, responds to parents' questions or concerns, and encourages home support for learning. Here are some important implementation considerations. Administrator support, both at the district and school level, will be very important. Data collection, including both student level data and implementation data, will also be important. Certainly time in terms of initial training, weekly meetings, and ongoing coaching and support. You will also need to consider competing initiatives, other interventions, and other mentoring programs that you are currently implementing. Finally, engaging with families is going to be important, as families are partners of learning and problem solving. There are two big buckets of training that will be provided through our Check and Connect implementation. The first is a 1 full day preparation and implementation training. You can see the representatives that would be a part of this training from your district and school. The second big bucket of training is mentor training, which is 2 full days of training. This will be required for all those that will participate as a school mentor for Check and Connect. You can also see here who would be involved in this mentor training. So what are your next steps? After watching this video with your LEA team, you will review the frequently asked questions document, and you can submit any additional questions that you have. Then your LEA will determine if you are interested in pursuing implementation of Check and Connect. If you are, then your LEA will initiate our readiness tool and application. So you may be curious, what does this readiness tool and application look like? This will help you to look at Check and Connect through 2 layers of your current system, both the district level and your school level. In terms of the district level work, you will be looking at your district's capacity. So this includes things like your LEA team and expertise, including knowledge of MTSS Module 1. Think about things like core behavior practices or the old PBIS Module 1, and your work in intervention systems. So both MTSS Module 2.1, getting ready for intervention system work, and MTSS Module 2.4, best practices in behavior, social, emotional, and attendance intervention system. This is also where the old PBIS Module 2 work would fall. Also, in terms of district capacity, you will be thinking about resource allocation. So things like cost for training materials, time and training, implementation, and funding options. Again, we will support you through all of these conversations. The second layer of work will be thinking about fit and need for your schools. So as we think about fit at the school level, you'll be thinking about who are some of your secondary sites that may be a good fit in terms of Check and Connect. So here we're thinking about school products, the things that they have worked on and designed, the trainings that they have completed, the systems that they have developed to support implementation. This would, of course, include supportive administration at those selected sites, the knowledge and skills from MTSS trainings, and alignment with school priorities. You'd also be looking at the school's FAMS data. And if your secondary sites completed the Tiered Fidelity Inventory, or TFI, you can also consider that data. Finally, at the school level, we will be thinking about need. So here you would be looking at your early warning system data and your defined core and intervention system. After watching this video, we would again invite you to review the frequently asked questions document with your LEA team and submit any remaining questions. And if you're interested in pursuing Check and Connect, you can go ahead and begin the readiness tool and application. We are so looking forward to engaging in this important work together. Thank you.